Go.
Alright, so now I'm going to discuss with you my tattoos. My tattoos started probably I think 3 to 4 months ago. And I have like a lot more install. I just gotta wait until I get a hold of my artist. But my first tattoo was my chest. My chest was the werewolf. And the werewolf for me represented defense. And piercings and tattoos were actually a defense mechanism because growing up, I was picked on and bullied. But then the werewolf, I don't get along with a lot of people, but I do have a wolf pack, and that's like 6 or 7 friends that I really do trust. And the wolf did represent defense, as he has a broken ear, just like I do, when my spacer ripped. And he's actually scared, he's not angry. And a second tattoo would be, I started on my hand. And this hand it represents disease and deformity. As you can see, it's very abstract. And the word rage. My piercings and tattoos, they do come out of rage, and it's a way I can vent it without putting it on other people. So this is really, it has no form. As you can see, there's leeches and a different like skin cheese and deterioration, and also the goat's head, which represents life and death, and disease really does determine that. Also, another tattoo that I have here is my contagion monster. This was freehanded by myself. Basically, this represents what would happen to us if the government were to keep us entrapped in a facility doing tests on us, and I felt like this is what I would look like after doing a certain test. Poison symbol, I got that one done by an apprentice, and that basically just equals out and represents the whole sleeve itself. Another tattoo I have here, it's not yet finished. But this is basically a skull which represents death after disease, and you can see the veins coming out of the skull, meaning that the dead is still living because of the disease still within. And yeah, and that sums up that. And also on my left arm, as you can see, this is more medieval-like. I like medieval times kind of theme. I love executioners, and this is what he is. This is an executioner. As you can see, his axe, the head, you can see the noose, and you can see the deterioration and the mask that an executor must wear because he was shunned away from his city. So I love world history. Also, the deterioration, and you can see my tendons and my bones showing this is not quite yet finished. So a lot of my tattoos are still not finished. But this represents death as well, because after you die, you decompose, maggots and whatnot eat you. This word here, carnifex. The word carnifex actually is Latin for public executioner of those who are weaker and lowest rank. And the goat's head in metal represents life and death as well. So just to equal both sides. And Nemesis. Nemesis is also an executor from Resident Evil, my favorite movie. He's an executor created by the Umbrella Corporation. I will be getting Umbrella Corporation tattooed on the back of my neck because I felt like I was created by them, which is a fun thought. So, and you can see the stitching, and it's quite realistic because it suits my skin tone. That's why I decided to go black and gray. This is the pentagram. This is the Star of Leviathan. This represents the demons of sin that I represent in my life, and that's the scribe. And when I get the demons written around it, then it'll be complete. So there's a lot of deep meanings to my tattoos. On my legs, you can see I just started my leg sleeve. This is basically a red orchid. Red orchids were used to cauterize wounds, and this whole leg will be poisonous plants because they're beautiful, however they're deceitful at the same time. So here is like a more Japanese style, but it's mixed with Resident Evil, a demon that I'll be getting. I'll be getting this whole leg done with certain demons from Resident Evil because I really do love that show and the scientific background behind it. And talk about my neck. One of the most painful ones that I've gotten so far. This is gonna be half lizard and half fish when I have the gills done. As you can see, it has 3 eyes instead of 2 because I want to represent deformity and dehumanization. So it's like a creature is coming from within, and soon this will be filled in all green and the eyes will be red, and it'll just match my face tattoo, as I can show you. I have lizard scales. It's like a takeover of a certain creature, and through tattooing and piercing, it's like I'm becoming something else. And the lizard for me represents adaptability. Like, they have camouflage, they can do certain things, they have certain textures on their skin that allow them to represent and really camouflage themselves in society. The biohazard symbol is a symbol that represents disease, just like the poison skull. The biohazard symbol for me represents that as humans we are all diseased. We do carry toxins in our bodies and input toxins in our bodies. And the chin, I'll be getting a tribal goatee basically. It represents the fact that you're a hunter. I did a lot of research on it and it's almost done. I have to square it out and go all the way back. So a lot of my tattoos are still unfinished and I'm excited. And one more would be the Eye of Primeval. The Eye of Primeval is basically an animal that's looking for its last set of prey before it becomes extinct. So that represents death as well. And that's to sum it up. So hopefully you guys check out my page, support me at That's Abstract. That's my Twitter. And all my information, like my BBM pin and my Twitter, is there. So please hit me up, comment, subscribe. Just let me know. Please like it. Thank you.